Hey yo, how's it going guys? It is Lazy Coach Gamer here, and today I'm back with another Third Age Reforged video. Now I do, before we get this video started, talk anything about it, I just want to talk about something. So, I believe today is Sunday, let's just double check. Yeah, it's Sunday the 27th of May, and I'll be uploading this either Monday morning or later this evening, because it's nearly 9 now, so I still need to like render it and upload it still and actually record it. But I am going on holiday tomorrow, so between Monday and Friday I am away. So these two videos I've uploaded in the past like 2 days, that's kind of like your videos for the next 5 days. When I get back on the Friday, I'll try have one up by Saturday, but no guarantee, you know, let's just pray there. Also, one thing I do want to mention beforehand, do join my Discord. I'll put a link to it in the bottom, and also the Third Age Discord. I'll put a link to that one as well, where you can come, organise games, talk about Reforged, even join some RP and stuff like that. I'll also put a link to the Spawn of Sauron, where you can actually play scenarios, so custom maps, custom games, custom armies. Okay, so let's get into this. Alright, so this is me. I did play this game earlier, like 6 hours ago. This is a 2v1 siege. Like, it's not really a siege, but it classes as a siege. I mean, it's more of a pitch battle with obstacles, to be honest. But it's a 2v1 because we're attacking, so it's me playing as Mordor, and my ally, Riz, playing as Orcs of the Misty Mountains. Thank you for playing, by the way. Yeah, I did say when all this I hosted, I was like, right, these map is called Dwarven Ruins, so defending faction has to be any dwarven faction, and 2 attacking armies have to be any evil faction, which you choose. So getting into the army comps, just for that, the attackers, we had a 22k, and the defenders had the defender had 18k. So yeah, let's get into the army. This is my army. So I've got 1 unit of mountain trolls, just kind of, you know, stir up the pot, try and get past pikes and create havoc in the ranks. 2 units of Sauron's Will. Those are my best infantry. Very good. I think they're shock infantry, but I'm not 100% sure. And I do believe they're armor piercing, but I'll have to double check that. My my general, the Temple's Executioners. I forgot to move him in the layout, so he's kind of just hanging back here for a bit. I also have some. How do you pronounce that? Moranon heavy maulers. 3 units of them. Now to the bulk of my force. Moranon infantry. Now, to my understanding, I do believe I have 5 units. Can I count the flags? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units of them. So I also have a troll catapult. I'm not sure if this is actually true, but I was watching the game. I think troll catapults operated by trolls reload faster. I don't know, maybe because they're stronger or something. But it just looked like throughout the game, when I was having a little catapult battle later in the game, it looked like we started reloading at the same time, and I managed to get my shot off before him, and it looked like the trolls were pulling the kind of like where the boulder sits down faster. Now moving on to my skirmishers, I did want to try to keep it light because I thought I'd overwhelm them with infantry and catapults and all that. So I've only got 2 units of Orc Archers, pretty standard, basic unit, not too expensive, not awful, not great, you know, a decent sized unit. They're decent. That's about it really. And also 3 units of Orc Fodder. I had like 150 florins left, and the first 2 units are free, I believe, and then the next one's like 100 something, and then I just spent the 50 on like an upgrade on the trolls, I believe. So that's my army. Now if I go over here, let's take a look at my ally, who spawned in a really weird position. Let's just keep this on 1 a sec, because I know he moves. Actually, let's see if I can quickly, because he does move around the side, and I don't want to try to do his army comp whilst he's moving his army. And also, it'll be good for him to go around the side. We'll just wait a little bit here. God, there we go. Let's start off here. I'll just pause it. He's got some units here. What am I meant to be looking at? Apparently, there's a... they're hiding. Okay, 2 units of Snagger skirmishers, javelin units. They are hiding in the grass right now, so good for him, I guess. Also, he has a catapult, a heavy goblin infantry. Let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus he has Mountain Orc Berserkers and Goblin Infantry, both hidden. Also has Black Uruks of the Mountain, 2 units of those. And on his front he has Heavy Goblin Archers and Heavy Goblin Crossbows, I believe. 2 of each there, if I'm not mistaken. What is this? Another unit of Mountain Orc Berserkers as well, they're hidden. Was that something hidden there? No, that was just... Is that the General? In the Heavy Goblin Archers? What is that? Is that Azog? I don't know. Is he an Orc in the Misty Mountain? He's a Gundabad Orc, right? Is that Misty Mountains? I'm not 100% sure. No, of course, there's a faction called Orcs of Gundabad, isn't there? Fuck it up. That's just me. I haven't played this game in a while. Alright. And then we'll just speed up a little bit. Wait for the, what's his name? We'll find the other opponent's name, Ares, to deploy. He's playing the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm, I believe. I want to say, but, don't quote me on that. Just take a drink there. There we go. Well, wait, he takes a while to deploy. Just to clarify, we start the battle, we go into the deployment phase, and then we were wondering what he was doing, and he spent like 2 minutes typing this really long message which went across the top. It like went all the way across it, and like came down line. And he was like, right, oh, and he was like, and he put in the chat, he was like, right guys, yeah, my name's, he's like, right guys, yeah, this is the first time I've played Reforged, so sorry if I'm a bit bad, and I don't mean to be. I haven't played any Reforged before. And we were like, oh, okay. So we thought this would be an easy battle, right? So let's go in. We'll put it. Actually, we'll put it at 1. We'll keep it at 1 because I remember what happens. All right, now we're gonna go through his army. So yeah, Dwarves of Khazad-dûm, like I said, played by Ares. Now, obviously, being a first-time player, we weren't expecting much from him, so we looked at his army. I'm not sure how expensive, because I haven't played as this faction since the, update, and I don't even think there was a Khazad-dûm faction. So let's take a look at his roster, his army. So 2 units of Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, missile units. Dwarves are pretty limited in missiles, but as far as archers go, these are pretty good. He has a catapult, the 4th Legion, which I saw for the first time earlier, and they look amazing. They look like they kind of have like Roman type shields, just without like the what's it called, like the Legion name on the front, so like XI or II, something like that. He's also got Mithril Guard. That is a classic dwarven unit, used them many times before, and they are fantastic to say the least. The 3rd Legion. Now I'm not sure what the difference is. I think these guys, he's got 2 units of them. I think these guys are just infantry rather than spears, because if you take a look, they have kind of like diamond, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sides. What is that, a hexagon or a pentagon? Pentagon's 5, isn't it? So it's a hexagon-shaped shield, and they're a heavy infantry, an axe-wielding infantry, whereas the 4th Legion are a spear unit, a heavy spear unit. Now if we go take a look at this other side, here, he's got the 1st Legion, so pikes. Oh yeah, great catapult hit by me there, by the way. Not boasting about that, but that was pretty good. I mean, look, 36 to 63. We took out nearly half the unit there, literally just under half the unit, so he spreads out his formation. He's just got 2 units of Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm here, like I said, pretty good in the way of archers. He's got the 2nd Legion, so the Axe Guard. I think these legions, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, are kind of like the bulk of their infantry. So it's like, the 1st is pikes, no, yeah. Wait, which one's the 1st? Where are they? Here. So 1st Legion are pikes. 2nd are the Axe Guard, so 2-handed infantry. The 3rd, which one are they? Infantry. They're axewielders, 1-handed axes, and the 4th are spears. So I guess it's kind of like one of each. Another catapult hit by me then. And he's got, like I said, the 2nd Legion, and did I miss anything else? No. I think that was more or less it, to be honest. So quite a small army, and as you can see, like, this isn't much troops defending it. I mean, that line is very thin, very passable, very easily skirmishable. But the thing is, on this map, there's only 1 entry point, so we thought. That's why my teammate moved his army around here, because obviously he like spawned around the back here, and we weren't sure. We were having a talk, and we weren't sure if he could like climb over this mountain here and kind of like sneak onto the path here. Did tell you what, I think I was going to try put a unit around there to see if it would work, but I didn't really want to waste one just in case, and then by the time they get to the battle they'll be all tired, so I didn't think it was for the risk. So yeah, there's basically to get to the centre for us, or to even get past, there's literally 2 paths we can take. This one's quite heavily defended. You know, he's got his artillery here. He's got a couple rows. This one's a little bit of a more scattered, kind of like weaker formation look. I mean, I'm not sure what he's doing here with the 4th Legion. That's 2 units. Well, a unit and a half of 3. Obliterated that unit with a catapult. So a unit and a half, kind of just chilling there. Most of that is kind of archers there. He's got like 2. He's got 2, 3, 4. Technically, he's got 5 units of infantry here, or like 4.5. But it's a very thin line, as you can see. So I can easily pass through here. I can pass through here. I could even just keep a unit here and like put my catapult here and just kind of like fire down. So there are a lot of things which could go wrong for areas here. But then again, there are also a lot of things that go wrong with me, because me and my teammate are having a debate. That's why literally we're just kind of still for the first bit, because he needs to move into position. Because what I said is like, all right, I'll attack the right, you attack forward. Another good catapult hit there, by the way. There we go, killing at least 5 or 6 guys. But yeah, we were having a debate, and I said, well, if I attack right first, whilst you're still moving, obviously, you know, what he could easily do if I attack right, he could just move 2 units of infantry and kind of like form like an oval around me to, to kind of like barricade me in, and then grab like the unit of spears. There we go, and just plonk them on the path like that, because a unit of spears, a dwarven unit of spears against units like orc fodder and kind of like, you know, kind of like mid-tier decent-ish infantry, they will hold that line, get a unit of archers behind them. So I was really worried about that happening, because I didn't want to waste, you know, units of infantry, because once you're surrounded, like, really doesn't matter how good your units are. But in some cases I've seen units win, but usually you crumble and you crumble until you're nothing. So I was worried about that happening, so I did have to wait for my teammate to move in position. Obviously, because he spawned around here, he had to move his entire army all the way kind of like around this side. There we go, and he had to come all the way around and then up the path. So there was only really one attack direction, which should have been easy to focus for his catapult. But you'll see later in the game, he doesn't really utilise it till late game. He's kind of just sat here, and whilst I'm attacking here and he's moving up here, he's got his crossbows sat here. There's chunks of troops like all around this area. He just doesn't really use it until we move our catapults into position. So I think he was aware. I just think he wanted to save his ammo for destroying our catapults, because as soon as my catapult moved into position around here and there, I was on both sides at one point, he started firing. So as soon as my catapult was open, he was like, boom, straight in for the shot. So oh, what just happened here? My teammate getting an absolutely fantastic hit, killing about, what was that, 20% of the unit there. And you think with the dwarves, like, you know, getting 5 or 6 people with a catapult here, it's not great. I mean, they got 12 there, but just give an example, like, you know, giving 5, 6, 7 people with a catapult isn't really insane. You'd think about it, look, he killed a couple here as well. He killed about 10. No, he got 9 exactly. But they think about it like this, like the dwarves, compared to units like Cannon Fodder, and like more non-infantry, just got standard, okay-ish infantry. 7 soldiers here will make the difference. 7 of these soldiers can kill at least probably 30, 40 orc fodder, probably even like 20 Marana guard. That's like, these soldiers probably are worth the value of one of these 2nd Legion Axe Guard to like an orc fodder has to be at least 5, 6, maybe to 1. So they can make a real game changer, and killing 12 here, if the values are correct, that's like, what, 5 times 12, like 60. So, you know, I could have like 60 men less because of that. So, kind of think is the catapult, you know, like getting a couple kills isn't really worth it, but in theory, with factions like this and, say, the Elves of Linden, really expensive units, I can't remember what some of them were called, but that unit got like shiny neon purple armour, even just killing like 2, 3, 4 or 5, that makes a game changer, because the value of them to other troops are so outweighed, you know. I just thought I'd go on a little rant there. So let's carry on with the battle. I mean, the battle really hasn't started yet. I'm still waiting for my teammate to get into position. There we go. So the charge has happened. Let's just literally speed it up a little bit. See what's going on here. There we go. We're kind of halting. I did make a mistake. Hold on. If I put on 0, I want to talk about this. One mistake. I'm not I'm okay at micromanaging, but I'm not the best. So what I do is I kind of have like 2 units and I kind of like send them up, but then I realise my units all the way back here, and when I move them up when they're like nearly dead, they have to run all the way across it, all the way up, and by then, you know, they're kind of dead and they've pushed out and everything's different. So I was really bad at trying to get units in and time it and get them close without them being tied and that. So I should have just moved my whole army up as a whole to like at least here, and I would have still sent them in one by one. They just didn't have to run really far, like half the length. Alright, let's see where my archers are. Yeah, I did kind of, I kind of forgot about these for most of the game. I kind of pulled them up here, and I thought if they were sat here, they could kind of fire up here, which one unit could easily, but the other one was kind of glitched, and he was running there, they kind of ran there, and then it ran up the path and back down. So I kind of just didn't want to micromanage them, and I pulled them out of the hassle and just pulled them out of the battle. So we go, here's the engagement. Look at this, we've already killed... take away this, because no one's actually died yet from that battle, from that unit, sorry. But we've already killed nearly 10% of the enemy just from what catapult hits. So, and I think he deployed, it was either 1,000 men or 1,600 men, I can't remember, but there was a 1,600 figure somewhere. So it's either 1,000 or 600. So we potentially killed, it could be either 100 or 160 with the catapult, and like I said, it all mounts up. So in a fraction like this, 5 troops matter. 160 troops killed by the catapult, you know, like it's pretty insane, because that's a game changer right there. I mean, 160 dwarves, that's easily 300 to 500 orcs. But look, I tried to pull like a kind of sneaky maneuver here with the orc fodder, but he kind of catches it, and the 3rd Legion kind of doesn't really secure the full perimeter. I can still kind of go around here, but you know how Med 2 is. Once like one of the unit has been pulled into the battle, the entire unit stops what they're doing and starts fighting as well. I wasn't expecting this orc fodder to win. Actually, I was expecting them to get absolutely destroyed, to be honest. I just wanted them as a meat shield, because whilst they run up, I knew they'd get shot by arrow fire, kind of waste his ammo, and also kind of test out the defences, see what the Pathfinder was like, because this is what... I think this was actually... This is my first actual battle I've played on the new update. Obviously, my video yesterday was a... Was it a replay? Or did I play it? No, I didn't. I didn't play it because it was WK versus Law, wasn't it? It was like a clan battle type thing. So this is literally my first battle on Reforged since the update. So really, 4 months since I've played. And I thought I did okay today, like I said, about the micromanaging. Yeah, by this point, I kind of sort of got the hang of it, so I moved a couple of the units I knew I'd use later in the battle a little bit closer. But look at my ally, just stacks and stacks and stacks upon troops everywhere. Trying to move his catapult up, but it is a little glitchy when you're trying to push them through troops or around troops to like look like this. It's like not as fast. It's really weird, and it's just an odd thing, the catapults. But yeah, as you can see, I moved my catapult up, and this is where I had issues. You can see, yeah, they were about to fire there, but I changed it there because I'm not sure what was happening. So I set the catapult here at that angle, and I told them to fire kind of like at these guys or when the gap was open there, and they'd do it, and they'd reload, and then they turn around and face that way and try and kill these guys, and they just hit the wall, and I wasted like 2 or 3 volleys on that. It was a pain because I had to micromanage the catapult the entire way through, and that's why over courses of the battle, when this line is like empty, there's a point in the battle where this line's empty and they kind of start to run out a little bit, and because I was trying to micromanage the catapult, I had no infantry nearby, and it was just all a mess. So let's see what my allies doing here. Of course, I remember this from the battle. I mean, look at this, just snag of skirmishers, just such a cheap unit like that. Javelins though, and a big unit, and archers and crossbows, maybe? No crossbows. I remember him using crossbows. Am I wrong? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? There we go, heavy and crossbows. Oh, we go. Is my orc fodder around. But yeah, he's literally just wasting, not wasting, sorry, that's an inappropriate use of words there. Incorrect, I mean. But look, a unit of 63 completely taken down to 25. Now, to be honest, like, in situations like this is where I kind of not sure what to do, because as a player, there are many options. So if I was in that situation with the dwarves, and I think like, right, do I take a guess at how much ammo he has left, and he continues to destroy my troops? But I mean, like, look, they're just getting slaughtered, and like I said, every single dwarf matters. So what's this, like, how many shields are there? Like 7, 8. So like 8 dwarfs there is so useful. Like another 5 here, like 2 or 3 there. Loads have died here. 40 have died here. Actually, no. Yeah, it's 40. Unit of 63, so 38 to be precise. But have died here. So as a player, as this Dwarves of Khadad-dûm player, you kind of have to think like, so do I endure this fire and just hope he has little ammo left, or do I charge out? But then if he charges out, I mean, look how thin his units are. He's not going to be able to have enough units to hold both sides here, like part of the centre, because there are so many spots where people can sneak through. And with unit sizes this small, although elite, you cannot make a line across the whole way here without it being so thin or not even filling it. And with the overwhelming numbers, because the line will be one thin, maybe not even that, not even a full line, you can easily just run through. So that's option one. Or like option two, you just endure it and hope for the best, which is literally a bad plan, but it's kind of like hard to decide what to do. Or option three, you pull all the way back to like the next sector or something like that, because then that's kind of hard. You kind of have to decide a place to pull back. Maybe you could pull back to here on the path, because then if you did charge out, you'd only have to have a thinner line. So to be honest, that is probably what I would have done. I would have not been on that slope, and I would have moved my this section of the line back here, because technically, yes, they would have been able to push up, but they still would not have broken through. So I'd move it up to here, and then as he starts coming, if he continues to throw stuff at me, then I charge out, because I know I'd win that battle. Because if you look, the path is thin, so I can have a decently thick line of at least a couple men, 3-4 good heavy infantry. But they're so elite, they just win. So you'd have a huge thick line here, and they wouldn't get through. So yeah, so that is probably what I would have done. The only problem is that I would have had to endure the fire for a little bit, because it would have taken me ages to move the catapult back. But you have to kind of outweigh the costs and the benefits there. Anyway, I'm ranting. Do leave a comment, by the way, if you'd like me to talk about the stuff, what I would have done, predictions, things like that, because I want to make the video as good as I can. So even little things, if you want me to talk about like things, certain things in the battles I play, so like what I found effective, what I didn't like, what I should have done better, things like that. Even just constructive feedback. I don't care. Tell me you didn't like it, and tell me why you didn't like it. Yeah, I want this. I'm open to criticism. So yeah, do drop a comment. Yeah, so now I've oh no, these are the trolls. Look, I'm having trouble getting through. These guys have lost 4, and then oh look at that. Yeah, I remember somehow I only killed 1 troll and took away like well, not loads actually, like 5 or 6. But yeah, every dwarf matters in a situation like this. And I did move my trolls in because I knew I wouldn't break through. And when I saw this, I was ecstatic, because look, they'd broken through and they kind of split it. Oh, I just put it in my hand at the screen. So I split it. I split the unit in kind of like half. And what I do is I grab my maulers, if you kind of like, and then like double right click through, they kind of run through the line a little bit, and then you tell them to attack, and they're kind of all mixed in the line, and there's no line of defense. It's kind of just like a fight. So you know, let's take for example like the Roman shield wall, and it would be like a line of defensive formation, but then fighting in open combat, so there's no formation, there's no shield wall or testudo or whatever you want to call it. And now it's kind of like open fighting, you know, there's small little clumps here and there of soldiers, but mainly, yeah, like I said, no defensive formation, and they're all just fighting. So I was doing good there. He did move in the 2nd Legion, and these guys are routing, I believe, yet, which was a bit of a blow, because obviously that left that entire gap open, and I didn't want him to fill it. Then again, he still had the 4th Legion and the 3rd Legion here, so what I would have done, which one's the 2-handed axe, and which one's... Take a look. Oh, those are the one-handed axe. What I would have done was the spearmen. Is that them? Yeah, the 50. I think this is what he's doing now, but I'd re-grab my troops, reorganize them. Look, these are stood here kind of doing nothing. The orc hunters are like push forward. Obviously, me trying to micromanage the catapult, I didn't notice this. But I would have grabbed that unit and kind of filled in the gap here, and also put these units back in formation and get these guys away from the battle. I just, but yeah, I just guess I didn't notice that opening, because look, it's literally just my trolls here. And, oh, who's this? This isn't my guy, is it? Does the troll have like a big troll as part of the unit? He might do. I can't. Yeah, mountain trolls 1, so it is. Yeah, but as you can see, and then I like kind of just noticed, so I had to move in what troops I had closest there and get them in. But by then, you know, he's already reinforced it. Tell you what he should have done, because he had the time. He could have reorganised this line. I mean, he's got 3 units here. I mean, they're battered units, but he's got like 3 battered units. He should have reorganised the line here. That way, I've used my trolls, so now I'm basically screwed, so I had to penetrate the line again. But look, yeah, see, you see, I moved the catapult out into the open, and boom, he just fires it. And I did have one catapult left. Obviously, well, technically I have two, but this one was literally glitched until right at the end. Look, it got stuck on. It got like stuck in this in these units. I think this is my unit. Yeah, this is my units, but they got stuck, and I was trying to get it to move, but it just wouldn't work. So I kind of just like, yeah, well, fuck it. Hope no one notices. So let's speed it up a little here. Look, the line is untouched, so now I'm moving in units. He's moving in his last defense here, really. I mean, what's he just got? He's literally got the archers left. And I do notice that this is one huge clusterfuck. So look, as you can see, yeah, in the bottom corner, oh, what unit was that? Modern infantry or something? But here we go. Here come more units, and I try. There you go. Here they are, and I get them right the way round. Yeah, see, they kind of glitch a little bit, and I get them round, and I get a couple behind, and I did notice that wasn't exactly what I wanted, so I did another one again with the Moron infantry and got right the way around this time, as you can see, and I lined them up perfectly and surrounded them. But I did notice there was obviously this part of the gap was getting thin, so let me just slow this down a little bit. Let's just put it in 2. Let's just put it in 2.5 for now. But yeah, I did notice the gap was a little thin, so I grabbed the Saurons with all my best infantry and absolutely rammed them into the fight here. Look, you can see they're trying to form a defensive oval, and then bang, crush from behind, and look, and now they are dropping. And look, my ally, God, the defense here was really weak. Look, I mean, well, it wasn't really weak, obviously. He had a couple of good units, but how thick the path was, and the sheer numbers, and those snagger skirmishers who literally took out almost an entire unit of pikes. Good catapult hit, though, there by the defender. Only one catapult left, so Ares did play well. Obviously, first Reforged battle ever. But yeah, so he did well. He's kind of got a line here, but it's kind of a deep line, so it kind of goes like straight, and then kind of dips around a little bit. So he put up a good effort, but by this point I had literally completely battered through this line because they were surrounded. So all that was left was, what are these guys? The 3rd Legion. Oh yeah, I just grabbed the entire like selection of units that were here, and what I wanted to do was run them around so they could get behind the enemy on this side to help my ally, but then kind of like at that point when they start to get up here, you'll see him turn around in a sec. Yeah, anytime they turn around. Do they not? Did I get a desync or something? Did they not turn around? No? Really? Come on, game. There we go. Nope, now they're static. What are they doing? I didn't get a desync, did I? Oh god, I don't know. Oh, yeah, no, I remember what I did. What I was going to say is, they do turn around and go help, because I realise obviously there's like nothing left here and he's surrounded them, but I forget, because there's so much sheer numbers here and they've completely surrounded them, I kind of just leave my units out of the battle. So we'll just speed it up. Oh yeah, one thing, yeah, there we go, just as it happens. There we go, now they get in. Troll catapult, boom. The one thing I did notice, you'll see these units move in a sec. Just want to see when it's going to happen. There we go, look. And I chase around here because, look, there's a unit running all the way back to the centre square. 4th Legion, 2 troops, plus the banner guy. Now, one thing I've always wondered, leave a comment if you do know about this. Does the banner have, the banner guy, have the same stats as the actual units? Because, like, say, if it's a unit of 63, there'll be, like, 60, plus there'll be, like, a banner. There'll be those 3 guys on the end. It's like 2 banners and something else, or like a banner and some other things. I'm not exactly sure what they are. Like the captain of the unit maybe or something. I'm not sure really how it works. Yeah, do drop a comment if you know about that. Also, I'm adding polls to my videos now. So at the start of the video, it will pop up in the top right saying whatever the poll is, something to do with the battle. Usually, you just kind of answer the poll just for, you know, user interaction, like community engagement and that. I just want to see what you guys think of whatever I put up. So I might put something up like, do you think this battle was fair? Or what shall I have changed about this battle? And then put options like money, map, faction, rules, stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, I was right. He did deploy 1,000 men. So let's take a look. Obviously, it was a pretty weak game by me. To be honest, I did do pretty shit, to be honest. I did capture 104 men, though. So, coming close with my ally in total, but my ally actually doing quite well. He only lost 600, and he had 1,300. I mean, look at this. Look, bang. and it's like 24, around 20, no, just under 2,500 men we had remaining. So maybe I should have lowered the money on the attackers or something by like 6k, so we had 3k less each. And look, he had no men remaining. But let's take a look. Like I was saying, yeah, Troll Catapult, I said 10% if he had 1,600 was, so he had 1,000, so 100, so I killed 15% of his army was killed by my catapult alone, let alone my allies' catapult. So that was one of the mistakes here. Also, he did have very thin infantry. Thin lines. So anyway, if you guys did enjoy this, please do leave a like. In the comments, like I said, you know, speculate with questions, give me feedback, you know, just anything, what you thought of the battle, what you think I should have done better, my ally or the defender should have done better, whatever we want changed, etc. So yeah, like I said as well, I'll put links to the Discords in the description. So thank you guys ever so much for watching. This has been your boy Lazy Couch Gamer. 1 minute before, we're well on our way to 150 subs. Just need what, 25 left. So let's see if we can make that goal. If we could get 3, no, let's go higher than 3. Let's go 5 likes on this video, and I'll be happy. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Lazy Couch Gamer. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want, and peace.